All right, let's just jump right in. If you're a business owner, you know this feeling all too well. You are an expert at what you do, right? But the marketing, well, that often feels like a whole other full-time job you never actually signed up for. But what if there was a way to get an entire team of marketing experts for less than it costs to hire a single new person? We're going to break down exactly how that's possible. So I want you to be totally honest with yourself for a second. Does this scene we're about to paint, does it feel a little, I don't know, too familiar? Okay, so you start your day and you're immediately putting out fires. You finally sit down to work on that ad campaign, but then, bam, an urgent client call pulls you away. Then it hits you. You haven't posted on social media in a week. Your leads are completely unpredictable, and that Google Ads bill is just staring you down. When marketing is constantly falling through the cracks, your growth just stalls. You're left juggling, and let's face it, it's just frustrating. So what's the usual fix? You think, you know what? I'll just hire a marketing person. But this leads you directly into what we call the one-person marketing trap. And it's a move that can be surprisingly risky for your business. Here's where we can see the huge difference. On one side, you've got the generalist gamble. This is that one person you hire who, knows a little bit about everything. But on the other side, you've got a specialist team, an expert for SEO, another one for ads, a different one for web design. It's really the difference between a one-size-fits-all approach and a truly tactical strategy that puts the right expert on the right job every single time. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. You end up with someone who is a master of, well, nothing. And in today's really complex digital world, you just can't afford to have a jack of all trades handling your most critical growth engine. You absolutely need masters. So if that one-person hire is a trap, what's the answer? Well, let's talk about the fractional solution. This is how you get that top-tier C-suite level strategy and execution, but without that massive executive salary. So what in the world is a fractional CMO? Well, think of it this way. You get a seasoned chief marketing officer to lead your entire strategy. And here's the best part. They don't come alone. They bring a whole team of specialists with them. And the fractional part? It's just simple math. You're sharing the cost of this elite team with a few other businesses, so you only pay for the slice of their time that you actually use. And this is where the value becomes absolutely undeniable. I mean, the cost difference is staggering. A single full-time marketing manager can be a massive line item on your budget. A fractional team gives you a CMO, a strategist, an ad manager, an SEO pro, and more for a tiny piece of that cost. In fact, you can get this entire C-suite level team starting as low as $1,000 a month. That completely changes the economics of what's possible for a growing business. It really does level the playing field. Okay, so let's talk about what this actually looks like in practice. This becomes your unfair advantage. Because while your competition has one person desperately trying to do everything, you get an expert for every single channel. So let's say you need to show up at the top of Google when a local customer is searching for what you do. You don't get a generalist who knows some SEO. No, you get a dedicated SEO and Google Maps team whose entire job, all day, is to push you up the rankings so customers find you first. What if you need leads today? Not next month, but right now. That's when the pay-per-click specialists step in. They build and manage campaigns that are laser-focused on one thing: delivering immediate, measurable results and making your phone ring. And what about your website? Let's be honest, a pretty website is useless if it doesn't actually convert visitors into customers. The web team builds high-converting landing pages and sites designed for one single purpose: getting that visitor to take action. And hey, it's not just about leads. It's about building a powerful brand. That's where the creative division comes in. They handle professional videography, sharp ad design, and cohesive branding to make you look like the market leader that you are. Now, having a great team is one thing, but what happens after they generate a lead? This is the secret weapon: an automated growth engine that makes sure no opportunity is ever wasted. Okay, here's a classic problem. You're out on a job, you miss a call. What happens? That lead immediately calls your competitor. Just like that, it's a lost sale. The solution is missed call text back. The system instantly sends a text to that number, engaging them, keeping them warm until you can call back. That one feature is a total game changer. Here's another one. Leads are falling through the cracks. Your follow-up is inconsistent because, well, you're busy. Our solution? Custom sales pipelines. They automate the follow-up process and give you this crystal clear view of where every single prospect is in your sales process. Nothing gets missed.
And finally, getting reviews. Man, it feels like a full-time job in itself, but the automation handles it. It automatically texts happy customers a link to leave a 5-star review, building your social proof and your online reputation, completely on autopilot.
So the whole point of all this is to get you to stop juggling and finally start growing. The goal is to get you back to working on your business, thinking about the big picture, instead of just being buried in it every day. So the entire process is this simple, powerful loop. Number 1, you get that C-suite level strategy. 2, an entire team of experts executes that plan for you. 3, powerful software automates all the grunt work. And the result of that loop, number 4, your business gets a consistent, predictable flow of qualified leads. It really does come down to this simple choice. You can keep juggling, you can keep putting out fires, and you can keep dealing with those inconsistent results. Or you can put a system and a team in place that are designed for one thing and one thing only: growth. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Just for a moment, forget the stress, forget the guesswork, and forget all those missed opportunities. What could you truly build if your marketing just worked?